It is an exciting week for Downton Abbey fans who are gearing up for this Friday's release of the movie Downton Abbey, A New Era. Here's a look.
Do sit down. I've come into possession of a villa in the south of France. What villa?
Start at the beginning.
Years ago, before you were born, I met a man. They spend a few days together, and he gives her a house.
You never thought to turn it down?
Do I look as if I'd turned down a villa in the south of France?
Telephone call.
Oh, it's the voices, the accents, the scenery. Joining us in studio today, you can see Kevin Doyle, known and loved as Mr. Mosley, and Raquel Cassidy, who plays the kind and wise Phyllis Baxter. Great to see you both in person.
Thanks for having us.
Raquel, this look is very not Mrs. Baxter. You look amazing. We're so used to seeing you in your downstairs clothes.
Yeah, no, I wear a black tent most of the time. So it's quite nice to have a bit of colour and, you know, something that shows I have a waist.
Something we were discussing today in studio was it's the music. I think for a lot of people, Downton Abbey almost became this ritual. This is pre-pandemic days when you weren't stuck at home in lockdown.
Yeah.
When you made time, you carved out time to watch the show.
Yeah.
You had a glass of tea or whatever you're going to watch it with.
Yeah.
And that music just takes you there right away. It's been 3 years since fans have been able to see Downton Abbey on the big screen. Can you give them a sense of how this movie might be a little different than the last one?
Well, some of it is shot in the south of France, which is new. And Hollywood invades Downton Abbey. And much hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
There's laughter, there's tears.
It's great. I mean, it's great fun because not only are we invaded in a totally different way, like a proper way, not the Queen and the King,
That's
but,
right.
you know, but also when we go to France, that is incredibly challenging for some of our characters, like Mr. Carson, and that exchange, it's sort of both cultural and personal, it's one to really enjoy.
For fans of the show, what's really neat is all of the sort of the splendor that you love about seeing in the castle or about seeing at the house. All of that transports to the south of France, so it's new real estate to be in awe of. But as well, some of the clothing choices and changes that have to be made are also very funny because it's a lot warmer in the south of France than it is in...
Yes. Mr. Carson, yes.
Mr. Carson absolutely refuses.
So we know the fans love Mr. Mosley and Miss Baxter, and I know you can't give too much away, but can you give some hints at what they might be able to see in the movie coming up?
Well, we talk a bit more in this movie,
Yes,
don't we?
you
Yes, we do. Yes.
Yeah.
We have scenes together, which is nice. We can't really sort of give very much away, otherwise it would spoil it. I think fans will be pleased with the progress that is made in the relationship.
It's like we're kept apart for the film, you know, because we don't... One of us goes to France, one of us stays and sees the filming there. So, but then when we come together, it's very beautifully done, how we come together, and there's an ingredient that I certainly won't give away, which makes it all the more... Because she will have missed him a great deal. And he's been very busy, very industrious.
Making movies.
Yes, and finding a whole new talent.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Mosley's talent. I think for fans of the show, he has this sort of backwards progression in his career where he starts as a butler and then ends up, you know, back to a second footman. And I think fans had come to love Mr. At first, he was sort of, you know, he was a bit of a butt of all the jokes, but people came to really love and appreciate him. And there's a scene one time where Mrs. Patmore is chastising Daisy, sort of forgetting after Mr. Mosley. And she talks about the kindness and appreciating the kindness. What are fans going to see in this development of Mr. Mosley?
Well, what can he discovers untapped skills. I think that's all I should say.
Okay.
He manages to sort of both get in the way and save the day at the same time.
And in such an amazing way. And I think there's something about how he appreciates humanity that we really see happen. So he does, you know, he sees people in a way, and we really see that in one scene when he talks about two other characters, and it's perfect.
I always thought if I ever got a chance to meet you, I would tell you there's a brilliant scene where you mess up royally in front of royals. And it is so comedic and so well done, and it's so bumbling and endearing all at the same time. It must be a fun character to play.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's an absolute gift. I can't... he's a beautiful character. He's got a lovely heart, and I'm really pleased that audiences have kind of transitioned from being suspicious of him early on, and sort of, you know, a bit of a loser,
Yeah,
to sort
dismissing
of
him,
discovering
yeah.
that sort of that heart in him. I think that's I'm really pleased. If nothing else, I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah.
There is some new discoveries coming, so you'll have to wait to watch the movie to find out what they are. Really quickly, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Prince Charles and Camilla are here in Canada right now, just a few hours away from here now.
Yeah.
Earlier this morning, we were showing shots of Rideau Hall, where they will be up and having breakfast. So from the downstairs perspective, what's sort of the hurly-burly that would be going on getting ready for the future King of England to host him? Chaos?
Huge. They'll be very excited. If it's anything like it was for us, they'll be incredibly excited, but there'll be so much to get on with. And there might even be, you know, the royals who travel with them, the servants who travel with them, telling the servants who are hosting exactly how it's done.
Yes.
Oh, a la Mr. Carson. All right, congratulations. Great to have you both here.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your time in Canada, and I'll be having a cup of tea to watch the movie.
Yay.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.